What is going down? TJ Stradamus back, and whew, wow, wild week of race. It was a wild weekend of racing. The Indianapolis 500 went on yesterday, and it was the fastest 500 on record. But in the end, it was a duel between young superstar Alex Palou and Elio Castroneves, and Elio Castroneves wins number 4. He is, man. I mean, what more can you say about Elio? I think he's probably one of the nicest race car drivers I've ever met. There's just something about his personality and his aura that's just so contagious. He's a guy you want to be around. And I don't think I've ever seen a more popular win in the five. I mean, okay, Will Power's win was pretty popular, don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's not Elio Castroneves. Speaking of Will Power, he came up to him after the race. He said, I looked up at the scoreboard and I'm like, who's number 06? That's funny. Because he was with Penske for so many years, and well, I jokingly said during the race, Penske's really missing Elio. Man, I mean, it was a good race. Only 2 cautions, both obviously for incident. And obviously you can see Graham Rahal, really heartbroken for him. I thought what happened was he had a wheel nut. I think it was like lap 120 or something like that. He had pit stop, and his left rear wheel nut was not tight. And so he executed well, but he executed a little too well. But man, I felt so heartbroken for him. I thought he had a car that was capable of competing for the win. Because if the tire hadn't come off, I think he would have been sitting pretty, probably around like 4th or 5th. He would have came out. So yeah, he would have been sitting pretty. And I'm like, ooh, this cat might be a threat. But yeah, it's just unfortunate to see that his race ended the way it did, because he was driving a fantastic race. But yeah, in the end, Elio Castroneves and Alex Palou had a great duel. It was fun. It was like one would lead, then the other would lead. One would lead, then the other would lead. Speaking of passing, there was a good amount of on-track passing. It was pretty good. The race was, I give it probably A-, because I still feel like, I think strategy still could have been more up in the air, but just unfortunate. And then to the Coca-Cola, after that, watched the Coca-Cola 600, which in a race that ultimately led Kyle Larson just he was in a league of his own last night. I mean, I've watched a lot of races, especially the Coke 600. That is the last dominate. I don't think I can remember a domination like what I watched last night since Kyle Busch in 2018. That was the last time I saw anybody dominate the Coca-Cola 600 like that. I thought Kyle had a car that was capable of chasing down Larson. If he hadn't effed around with the 2 Hendrick boys, I think he could have chased down Larson, because his car it got better and better as the run went on. And they're going to Sonoma this weekend. Your boy gonna be there. It's going to be Sonoma. Going to be fun. I'm really, really looking forward to Sonoma. They're running the low downforce. They're gonna probably run the low downforce package. It's gonna be hold my beer going up into turn 2, because these guys haven't been here in, I don't know, 2 years. So it's a lot of unknowns. Looking forward to it. Tune in next week. Look for your boy.